It's July 5th here. Kids are back on their ice rinks, their bike racks. So welcome to July 5th, the first day of what's going to be the 250th year of the Republic. Pretty exciting stuff. There's a flyover yesterday and some fireworks in DC, and last night we had some really nice fireworks in our neighborhood. Loud bang, 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 airbursts and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna go show you the kids. They're over there. And Mom made an appearance. Good morning, Fraser baby. It's just you and I, Fraser baby, at the moment, I think. There they are. They're starting to squall a little bit. So we'll see how long we have with them. Over here. Dang it. Alright. There we go. That's a nice little shot. The two of them. Okay, they're over together. These guys do stuff together. And you get a bit of a slice there. What does that look like? Oh, pretty good. Quite nice. Thank you. Oh, one. Good morning, birdie. That was a BOGette bomb. See how long we have with them before they start heading over to where it is they want to head for brekkie. Last night we had a wonderful time with them. So yesterday morning I think was puddle morning, and then last evening was construction playpen time. And Mom visited BOGette, came to her there on the fence on the south side to do a little bit of a photo shoot. You guys gonna head over already? You two. So if you didn't catch last night's YouTube, they're happily up in the little tree next to the little crab up in by the little path that goes up to Furno. And then one by one they peeled off, and after a lovely time with them there, they peeled off and headed over to the construction, and we got a wonderful shot of Mom and Dad up together side by side on the crane. Good morning, Noel. And the kids were waiting for food, and Mom and Dad weren't paying no attention to them. So then we had a lot of playtime. Mom was down with I guess 23 at the west end of the construction site, and O1 worked up to the tower. Yeah, and Mom and Dad up there somewhere. I gotta have a look. I'll be right back. Looks like it's probably Mom up top on the crane. So the two of them were sitting just beautifully up on the topmost part of the crane last evening. The kids were down below. And then, like I said, Mom got down with the kids, with the one kid, 23, over on the hose coil area, and then she went on the fence, and while she was on the fence, the other two were doodling around. Miss Berry always chooses the best time to visit. Indeed. Well, she was going to come a week later, according to her original text, even though she may deny it. She texted me and said, I'll be there around the 12-ish. Around 12-ish. So then she decided to come a week early, which is today, which is perfect. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Care. Happy July 5th, everyone. So we had some awesome, they had, I guess, an awesome fireworks show up at Teganic Farms hosted a fireworks show and a barbecue, a buffet, and all sorts of stuff up there at Teganic Park, or on their property. And people were watching from the park apparently, and then all sorts of happenings. There were a boat tour and kayaking from Myers Park out over the lake to watch the fireworks across the lake at the park, or at the farms. And then, because fireworks are legal here in New York State now, not the big stuff, I don't think, but whatever it is, Class C or whatever, lots, the most ever, lots of fireworks, booming and booming, boom, 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 sky fireworks and sky bursts and everything like that, all around town. And in our neighborhood, just down the hill toward Forest Home, I think. Like right in our neighborhood, there was some pretty spectacular, loud, boomy, flashy sky bursts last night until about 10 o'clock. So that was very exciting. That's the way I grew up. Good morning, Chirps. Good morning, Kathy. When I grew up, our neighborhood was full of smoke from fireworks and stuff. So it was loud. Windows were open. It was very, very loud. But yeah, they got good crops. They look great. His crop is good, for sure. She might want a little bit of brekkie. So anyway, all very exciting. And you could hear the rolling thunder from coming down the lake from Taganic. Birdie wants to know, did the fireworks scare the kitties? I would say a little bit, but they were actually pretty good. The little ones were quite brave. I would say they were fine. The ones that were like really, really sharp and loud, because they were so close, just, you know, a block away or so, maybe. Just down the hill toward Fall Creek. Those might have scared him a little bit. But I would say they weren't run for the hills the way they used to. So, all right, it's gonna do a little bit of playtime now. I'm tired. I'm gonna do some bark mulching. Yeah, what you got? Is there a bug? Alright, it's definitely 23 there. It was on the left. What are we doing? Are we being silly? So like I said, I think it's Mom, probably Mom, up on the crane. She's on the east arm. Depends on how you think about it, because the arms cross over at the top. One comes up and the other one comes up and they cross. When I say east, I'm talking about the topmost protrusion after the cross. Oh, there we go. Hello. What are you looking at down here, she says. Okay. It's time to play together. Time to play. Go ahead. You're fine. Time to play together. Yes, we have to do total silliness. 23 likes to do, or both of them like to do flippies. There's one. I think no, that's 23 on the right. Looking at the tail. Yeah, it's one on the left. 23 likes to do flippies. What was that all about? That was so exciting. Rocket. It's a rocket hawk. There's 23 there. There's Sisser. So 23 also made the first foray that we know of over to Campus Road. They've been watching the mom and dad fly there between Bartels and the wrestling center. And last in the evening when we were on the south side, you guys saw that 23 left the south side of the building off the cross member, yes, and flew across flew between the buildings over the parking lot and then across Campus Road and landed in the beach street, the beautiful beach. We may call that O23, 23's beach from now on. And he sat there for just a couple of minutes for us to catch up with him, and then he decided, I'm going back. He went back to Sisser.
What is that?
It's a red-tailed hawk. Those are red-tailed hawk. Those are chicks. The babies. And they have their nest up on the light tower there.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've the nest has been there since 2012. And these guys are out. Hello. They've been out for about 2 weeks out of the nest. And it's playtime this morning.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they are. It's a male, a boy and a girl.
Oh.
So the one up on top there is the male, and the bigger. Where'd she go?
So, do you guys like track them? Or
Yeah. And there's a big camera up on the nest.
Oh, okay.
It's up there 24/7, so you can see them building the nest, mom and dad, and then laying the eggs and hatching the chicks and all sorts of stuff.
Awesome. It's nice meeting you.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know where did O1 go? I know obviously Cindy knows where she is, but I don't know where she is at the moment. We got 23 here. Good morning, 23. I may go scoot. Oh, I see. Oh, I know what she's doing. She's sitting on the front tire. Oh my God, goofball. All right. There's O1. All right. No, that's 23. Doing a tire inspection. Cute. How silly are you? How silly are you? There's a nice view here of her. So cute. Is that a comfy place for your pawpaws? Yeah. Nice, nice, soft rubber. Yeah. On the bikes again. Cindy. Cindy. Pretty cute here without the fence. Good morning, Deborah. Morning, Lana. There we go. Are there bugs? I think they're bugs. Do we think there are bugs in there? My brother is he's watching everything his sister's doing and doing a little bit of token. Food calling. Good morning, Charlotte. Alright. I'm just gonna back up and go over here to brother. Brother looks very handsome. Oh, careful. That bike tire was freaking awesome. Very. You're gonna pop back out from there. All right. Oh, she didn't? Oh. She spit it out. She's back on the tire, on the bike. There we go. Silly, silly. Silly, silly. All right, let's do some bike chewing. She didn't. Cindy said she did not like the last thing that she I know. She's still trying to spit it out, whatever it was. All right, you gonna get back up on the tire? There we go. There we go. You're fine. It's okay. Do what you gotta do. Hello. Okay, gonna chew? All right. See what we got there. There's gotta be something edible here. Gosh darn it. That's right, Deborah. And I paid him a good tip too. Food was bad and service was slow. Alright. So again, both in the same picture, same frame. Nice. Back where we started, at the beginning of the stream. So pretty sure Mom is still probably up on the crane. What's the temperature? It's in the 60s. Yeah, it's like officially 60. It went down 2 degrees. Cute, 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 cute. I'm guessing it's going to be 23's turn to get down now. And super low across the road, and here comes her. What are you guys doing? What are they doing? Okay, they're landing over there. And that was gloriously beautiful, but man, oh man. Only on a Saturday morning with no traffic, please. Literally 1.5 feet off the ground. There they are. Well, it's going to be in the 80s today. It's going to be warm, but for the time being, it's lovely. It's so funny over there. Where are they headed? Are they going to go over to the playpen, the traditional playpen? That was pretty low. I'm just going to watch them here from a distance. Yes, I am. Okay. Well, partly because they started off essentially low off the ground, 2 feet off the ground, and they basically flew level flight, and then they gained some elevation to fly over the tape and up onto the fence. So they started off close to the ground and wound up a little bit higher. So it sounds really bad there in Texas. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's 23 on the left and 01 on the right. And we don't know where they're headed. It's the first time we've seen them on that fence. Usually they go that way, but this time they went diagonally over that way. And 01 just took off. And then maybe, and she's headed on toward the athletic field, I think. Toward the soccer field. So that may be where they're going to play this morning. Stretch their wings, as it were. Pretty sure that 23 is going to follow after her. It looks to me like 01 flew not into the construction side of the wall, but over onto the other. There's 23 there. Stay put until 23 decides. So she's right there by that orange. Oh, he is. Why do I have to have tripod malfunctions at a time when I don't want to have a tripod malfunction? Alright, there's our 23. And he's sitting on the fence. So here's the excavation here, the huge valve down in there that they've basically buried, and they're going to run across. They're going to cut up the road here and connect it to the excavation over there, and that's 23 sitting right there on the fence. They're going to be running some kind of something from over at the new construction, connecting it here. Cars are coming in. Alright, I can hear 01 in the distance. So 01 is over that way. So construction is there, so that wall there, like right behind 23, that's the divider between the athletic fields and the construction site. It sounds like 01's over there now. They're both calling. I can't see 01. She's down there with Cindy. She's Sounds like she's on the fence, probably. Okay. There we go. That's it. Nice. High pitched. Good morning, Liz. All right. Going down to the lower construction fence. And we're going to move along here. Mom's not up on the crane. I can see so far. Nope. So he was sitting right here on this fence. And yes, you can see there is an excavation down there, partially filled. And there's a one over there on the fence. And there's 23 over there. So this is where we usually have kids. Hello. Are you gonna come right past me? Well, hello. Well, she's just the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh, she's chasing birds. She's after birds. You can't land on the smoke bush. No. She's on the fence. Don't go down in there. She wants the bird. Hello, gorgeous. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Yes, you are. Oh, the beautiful white in her back. Just like Dad. She's huge. Yes, you're huge. A smoke bush. Brother's down there on the fence. Sister's working the fence line here. Hello. You see? Okay. You get comfy. You got to come up here. My arm's gonna get cramps, young lady. I think she's gonna go back down there again. Super digital. No, we're not gonna do that. That's terrible looking. That was not so successful, sorry. Right now they're together. Got to. I have to play fool the camera. Alright, I'm gonna have a prey drop. So they were both down there in the fence. My tripod failed on me. And now there's mom or dad doing a stoop down. I don't know why. And then we gotta walk around all this stuff. And there they go. There goes one. Looking for a prey drop up there. The other one's over here. They both went ripping off that fence into here. And then there was a stoop down off. And it looks like the adult is left and we have prey drop up on Emerson. Maybe.
They're over there?
Somebody's up on Emerson, and we got, I think we had 2 adults over there. And one chick, 2 adults and one, no, they flew across the road. Back, it was the stoop from up above, right? The adult stooped off the crane. So we got something going on here. There are 1 or 2 chicks now. They move so fast, it's like incredible, right? Okay, that's Dad, I think, up there. Still got 1 chick in the yeah, but is that Mom up there? There goes a kid. Up to T1, and we still have a chick in the construction. There's still a chick over in construction, I think. There's still a chick in construction. Yeah, but there's one over there. Why doesn't she go up there? All right, so Mom's got prey. Dad dropped the prey off. All right, she's gonna go maybe get up on top. You gonna make it? Did she make it? Or him? Oh, she's on the light pole. And Mom's up on the building. All right, so Mom's up on top of Emerson blockhouse. And the chick is on the light pole there. And we still have a chick over there. And I think Dad took off after he dropped prey, I think, on Emerson. Mom stooped from the crane. That's Mom up there, I believe. And this is probably 23 here. It's going back and forth. Yeah, it looks like 23. And a beautiful whistler is over in the construction site. So that's Mom up there. Oh, did you make it? You gonna make it? Nope, not quite. Come on, 23, you can do it. You're gonna go back up to T2. He's gonna try again. Didn't quite make it up. He's fluttered up, tried to get over that. All right, that's 23. 23 is trying to get up onto Emerson. Okay, 23 is trying to get up there, not making it. All right, here we go. Yeah. He land on the. Mom's still up there chowing down. She all right? Yeah. Or he's okay. Looks like it. All right. So he's higher up now. Did he land on a window ledge? He was hanging from the screen?
What?
He was hanging from the screen?
Yeah, just like ladies chicks in the board.
All right, so he's up in the sweet gum. He should be able to make it from there. And Mom's watching. All right, buddy. So when he takes off, we're going to spin up to Mom. Oh, here she comes. Oh, she's a good mama. There goes the. She's taking him up to Rice Patio. Wow. Did he make it? He might have made it. And there comes the other one. Both chicks are up there. Okay. And they're both on the rice patio. There's nothing like a traditional brekkie at the Rice Patio Diner. Yep, finally. Right. For those of us who like to have our worlds vertical and orderly, we've adjusted the image for the most part. And now we have our kids up on the rice patio. Quite amazing, huh? Alright, so we should be able to have a big camera, should be able to see them up there, I think. Unless the east tower blocks it, I'm not sure, the pole or something. Yeah, I think you're right. First chick is mantling that prey big time. Well, that's why you have us. You don't need the big cam. There we go. I know. I appreciate it. All right. Well, good morning, Danny. Goofies. Goofy kids. Right, so we went from bikes to rice. I'm trying to think of some kind of a catchy event title here. So Aunt Barry's coming today. We're gonna try and get the fool the white balance a little bit there. You would get a nice view from the big cam. A traditional view. I don't know if Barry's left already and on the road. I think it's an 8-hour trip. It seems awfully long from Cincinnati, from southern Ohio. Awfully long. Let's see. Mm, 8 hours and 34 minutes. Wow. $561 miles. Yowzer. Well, you know, Barry makes these trips, and Elizabeth drives from Penyan to Estes Park, Colorado. That's a long haul. Let's figure that one out. Is that a 20-hour trip? We used to drive from New York City to Aspen. "24 hours and 51 minutes, so almost 25 hours. 1,680 miles. Yeah. We used to drive that, it was a long drive. All right, so figure that Elizabeth's an hour west of us, so she's basically 24 hours. She doesn't drive it straight, thank goodness. Thank goodness. She stops and there's a little bit of meandering, a little bit of visiting here and there, and then makes it up to the YMCA park campground, which is a beautiful place, just beautiful. I don't know. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Realized it was farther from here to El Paso than it is from here to Atlanta. Well, I'm telling you, some of these distances are pretty big. Not a small country. Not a small country. Yeah, I hear you, Chinook. We used to drive overnight and stuff like that, and I'd be falling asleep at 2 in the morning, and Cindy would have to take over for. We live in the forest. There's no red-tailed hawks, though. You probably have goshawks, I'm guessing, or some equivalent. I think. I'd love to know what you have there in the woods, Care. Good morning. How are you?
But are you doing a long exposure?
No, I'm fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yes, we love our everywhere red tails. It's interesting you don't have red tails. You must have some kind of some kind of buzzard. But I think you probably hit in the woods there in Sweden. I'm guessing you have goshawk. And those guys are. Don't know what that hawk's name in English. So. Exactly. If you look up goshawk and just have a look at it, the picture, I'm just curious as to whether or not it's. Yeah, for sure. It's the kind of bird that you had in Sweden. Let's go looking. Let's go find out. What? I'm gonna say. What kind of hawk species, we'll even use the word species, lives in the wood of Sweden? Not Sweden, New York, Sweden, Norway. No, not Sweden, Norway. What are we doing? Sweden. 2 different countries. Okay. Okay, so Eurasian, several species inhabit the forests of Sweden, with 2 of the most noticeable being the Eurasian goshawk and the Eurasian sparrowhawk. All right, so I'm guessing you've got one's bigger and one's little. Okay, medium large raptor found in many of the temperate parts of Eurasia, including Sweden's forested regions. They inhabit both deciduous and coniferous forests. In Sweden, goshawks prefer larger patches of mature forest and tend to avoid younger and middle-aged forests. They are skilled predators, preying on a variety of birds and mammals, often utilizing a combination of speed and cover to ambush their victims. And then the Eurasian sparrowhawk, that's probably more like our Coopers or our Sharpies, a smaller bird of prey compared to the goshawk, commonly found in Sweden's forests and groves. Prefers woodland edges for hunting, but can be seen in various habitats, including gardens and urban areas with sufficient tree cover. Eurasian sparrowhawks primarily prey on small woodland birdies. Okay, so you have golden eagle, you have northern hawk owl, and you also have honey buzzard, migratory birds that can be seen in forest areas during migration periods. Interesting. Note species like the osprey are sometimes referred to as sea hawks or fish hawks. But they're classified in a separate family, yes. Pandiodinae, from true hawks, which are accipitors. So I don't know, you might have some osprey up there as well. But I'm guessing it's the goshawk or the sparrowhawk that you're thinking. All right, so you have Dana, you have northern goshawk, a sparvok, honey buzzards. Yes, it's a sparvok. So I wonder if the honey buzzards are. What did it say about the honey buzzards? Yeah, they're migratory. So you're thinking it's a sparvok, the honey buzzard, that you were thinking of? The three they list are fjarvark. Oh, this is interesting. This is going to be very embarrassing. I don't know how you pronounce the F and the J. Fjarvark, the Omvrak, and the Om. Is it an N and an M? It's hard to tell. The Omvrak and the Umvrak. Is it or Om? Something. Om and the Om. Interesting. Omvrak. Sorry, I know. Not close. I don't know if it's Interesting. All right, so that's probably like your version of our common roadside buzzard, aka the red-tailed hawk in the forest. Marvelous. Well, we have two marvelous young umvraks up here on the red-tailed umvraks up on the rice patio. The Buteo Jamachis. That's us. That's correct. Well, that's like here, and then there's the Canadian variety. I think maybe it's a subspecies of the same species. Not being an ornithologist here. Vrak. I'm guessing you're right. It must be hawk. Those vraks are all over the place. It's a pretty beautiful word, actually. We got some. All right, so this 23's got to be the one who's got the prey, because that's our beautiful singer over there, 01. Well, you're welcome, Care. It's fascinating. Hook. I think it may be hook, something like that. Looking at the O with the umlaut over the top of it. I like the varak. I like the diacritic on there. That's beautiful. Interesting. Yes, you can. Because these red tails got the western ones, which maybe a subspecies, but then they also have their morphs. Sounds a bit like the nose BR makes when the wink arrives at the nest. Well, all I have to do is hear it. It's hard to say, is that O23 if you're not Swedish? Well, just say it to me and I got it. Is it like the The as in umlaut? Is it more om? Or is it more Sorry, getting carried away. All right, so we got lovely kids. They started off down at the bike rack, and they ended up in the rice bowl. And along the way, they went by the excavation, down and onto the fence, down by the soccer field. At least O1 did. And she came back and wanted to hunt a little bird in the smoke bushes, and then they went ripping across into the construction, and then Dad, I think, did a prey drop on top of Emerson, and Mom did a beautiful stoop all the way from the crane onto Emerson, and he took off west over the top of Emerson behind Bradfield. So she sat up there, and then 23 went back and forth, trying to get up there. And just as he got into the sweet gum tree and was going to make a move up to Mom, she decided to fly past us through the trees and up onto Rice. And 23 followed right after her and made it up there in time to get the prey. Before O1 got there. Well, hello. What are you doing? O1 came in just a few seconds late, flying in from the construction area from the south. So they were all three up there for a few seconds up there on Rice, and then Mom took off. And I think Dad's gone off to the west somewhere. He may have, who knows where he is now. He may have come back into the area. And I'm not sure where Mom is, but she took off. And so the kids are up there, and I think it's a squirrel. I'm guessing it's pretty sizable when Mom flew right over us with it, dangling. So O1 is the one that we see right now, and she is waiting patiently for brother to finish eating. And we've been learning all about Swedish rocks. Rock, something. Yes, they are called buzzards. I don't like that word in Europe. Makes them, it's deprecating. That's ooh. Is it the same? Not really. Is it a U? Not even. Oh, this is just too funny. Apparently, vrak is a buzzard. So, vrak is a snake. Is snake buzzard. Interesting. Exactly, says Danny. Says Care. I think Danny must be doing some research here for sure. They are called buzzards in Europe. Vultures are what we call buzzards in the U.S. As always, you guys, you're welcome. Exactly, chirps. What do you mean by vrak? What do you mean by hawk? What do you mean by buzzard? What do you mean by snake? All right. Vrak. I know, sorry, just bear with me. Is an eagle buzzard, which is which are common buzzard and long-legged buzzards, respectively. What does respectively mean? So I'm going to see. Yes, I agree. My picture is cotton hawk. They're similar to red tails, but no red tail. Interesting. A cotton hawk. What is the? What does the cotton mean? Part of the word cotton hawk mean? Does it mean common hawk? Harrier. Alright. No way. I agree. Chinook. Swedish meatballs. A fine export. Alright, looks like we're going to finally have a potential. O1 has been very patient. So I think she may try to make a move now. So we'll wait for a few more minutes here, and it looks like she's going to try to make a move in on Birken. Come on now, you get in there. I think I would actually love to be able to speak Swedish. A marsh hawk. Ah, interesting. Harrier. Tequila! To the rescue. Warrior princess. Danny is wielding her Wiktionary sword. Alright, so it looks like we might have gotten a little bit of sharing happening up there. All right, guys, so I gave you a little bit of a recap if you just joined us late. And so we got two beautiful kids up on the traditional Rice Patio diner. And thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys later. And Barry's coming today. And I hope she has a safe drive, and we will be seeing you guys later on. Looks like we're have maybe a little bit of sharing happening there. All right, take care. We'll see ya.